Double trouble. Storms on both sides of the country as flooding shuts down a major airport in Florida, causing chaos. More than 100 million Americans heading out for the holidays. Ice and fog blamed for this massive pileup, involving nearly 70 vehicles and causing dozens of injuries. With more snow, flooding rain, and gusty winds on the way, we're tracking it all.
New travel danger. A major measles outbreak in 3 international airports. Flights around the world could spread the illness. What you need to know before boarding.
Breaking news, 5 people sentenced to death, 3 sent to prison in the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi, the journalist killed in the Saudi consulate last year.
Stunning twist in the case of that missing Texas mom found dead. Her newborn baby girl found alive. And the shocker, her close friend in jail, charged in the crime.
Just one more day in the Christmas crunch. The rush to get those gifts under the tree. What you need to know to get those packages there in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Murphy!
Triumphant return. Eddie Murphy back on the SNL stage 35 years later, better than ever.
It's gone through something called gentrification. Can you say gentrification, boys and girls?
The famous faces joining him and his message to Bill Cosby.
And amazing rescue. The hero police officer who stopped a runaway SUV with his own strength, saving a group of school kids. What he's saying this morning.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America, great to have you with us. How incredible was that?
Yeah.
Let's take a look one more time. That was something there. That officer able to hold on, could have had a very different ending on the ice there, grabbing the car, pulling it back, saving a group of kids. Incredible.
And there were 2 people in the car, too, at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, who has that kind of strength to just hold? The car is heavy.
Yep.
We begin this morning with the big holiday exodus. Storms making travel treacherous coast to coast, flooding, even stopping flights at a major airport. Victor Okendo is at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. Good morning to you, Victor.
Good morning, Eva. A travel nightmare here at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport. The good news is the airport has reopened. Flight operations in the process of resuming. The bad news is the roads are a mess getting here. And then there is the traffic. This is what it looks like coming into the airport now at Terminal 1. And as we swing all the way around behind me, nothing but brake lights. This morning, torrential rain and flash flooding forcing Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport to close. A line of cars wading slowly through rising water, some vehicles stranded, the floor mats of this car soaked.
Oh my God.
In Virginia, a 69-car pileup on this highway. Authorities saying fog and icy roads were factors in the crash. Cars smashing into one another, windshields crushed. This Ford pickup landing on top of a car. Drivers trapped in the chaos.
A car behind us going 70 miles per hour slammed into us and pushed us into the other vehicles and pinned us.
Drivers and officers standing on the hoods of vehicles on a fully stopped highway. Tow trucks on hand trying to clear the wreck. 50 people were injured in the crash.
2 are listed in critical condition and 11 are serious but non-life-threatening. The rest are either minor and or they went to the hospital themselves.
In Missouri, dense fog hindering visibility on the roads.
Watch out, watch out!
While in New York, residents ducking large falling ice. A sudden thaw sending chunks of ice off high-rises onto the streets below.
It sounded like a fender bender, 2 cars crashing. And when I looked, you saw shattered ice on the floor and the hood of the car was dented.
And in California, a storm with 100-mile-per-hour wind gusts whipping snow through alpine meadows. Nearly 105 million Americans will be driving to their holiday destinations this year. That's a record. And for those flying, here is a look at the lightest travel days: Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. And for those of you flying out of Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International, the best advice for you today, check with your airline. Whit?
All right, Victor Okendo for us. Thank you. And as you pointed out there, those storms across the country causing trouble for millions of people this morning. Let's check in with Rob on the timing of all of this. Rob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Whit. On the ground and in the air, we're going to have some issues on both coasts. Los Angeles, you're going to have some problems today, but we'll start with the southeast. Atlanta, Orlando, that's where the heaviest rain will be, and that's where I think those big hubs are going to see an issue. So let's go AR in the southeast and lift the map and show you what we're talking about here. The heaviest rain now out of Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Go up I-95, get into Jacksonville. We've got flash flood watches that are still posted for parts of Georgia. Atlanta, you could see 30, 40 mile per hour winds there. And this is a low that's going to hang around the coastline. So talking about Augusta, I-20 out towards I-95, Charleston, South Carolina, you're going to see 2 to 4 inches of rain over the next 24 hours, and you'll see gusty winds. So it'll kind of linger through today as you begin that travel. Let's talk West Coast. San Diego to Los Angeles. This is a heavy rain event today and tonight. Snow levels are about 5,000 feet. So above that, we'll see 3 to maybe 12 inches of snow, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, LA to San Diego. And as you know, that is a lot for that area. And there's another storm coming on Christmas Day. Whit.
All right, I'll pick it up, Rob. Now to the latest on the standoff over the impeachment of President Trump. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi refusing for now to send the 2 articles of impeachment to the Senate, which will hold that trial that as possible new evidence emerges in the case against the president. Senior national correspondent Terry Moran has more from Capitol Hill. Terry, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Washington is quiet right now with Congress out of session up here on Capitol Hill and the president in Florida, but don't let that fool you. The battle over impeachment, as you say, grinds on with this new evidence that has emerged. And Democrats are arguing that this is just another reason the Senate must call witnesses in that upcoming trial of the president. This morning, a trove of newly released emails are shedding light on how nearly $400 million worth of security aid to Ukraine was withheld at the instruction of the White House. The 146 pages of redacted documents reveal that just 90 minutes after the July phone call, when President Trump asked Ukraine's President Zelensky to, quote, do us a favor by investigating his political rivals, senior budget official Michael Duffy instructed the Defense Department to please hold off on releasing the funds. Asking for discretion, Duffy writes, given the sensitive nature of the request, I appreciate your keeping that information closely held.
If there was ever an argument that we need Mr. Duffy to come testify, this is that information. This email is explosive.
The documents, released after an order from a federal judge, are renewing Democrats' calls for witnesses to testify during a Senate impeachment trial. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi citing the uncertainty over the nature of the trial as one of her reasons for withholding the approved articles of impeachment from the Senate.
We're ready when we see what they have.
The president is accusing Pelosi of political maneuvering to give Democrats the upper hand, tweeting, Crazy Nancy wants to dictate terms on the impeachment hoax. Their case is dead. And it is hard to see what kind of leverage Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi actually has over the Senate trial. They had no leverage over the way the House conducted the impeachment. She's trying to set the political terms. Democrats believe this trial is going to be unfair. It's going to be a show trial, and they're trying to get that message out. But the general feeling is these articles of impeachment will be transferred from the House to the Senate early in the year, setting up that trial. Eva?
All right, Terry, we'll all be watching to see how that plays out. Well, now to breaking news. 5 people have been sentenced in the murder of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. Ian Pannell has the latest in London. Good morning, Ian.
A Saudi court sentenced 5 people to death for the killing of the Washington Post columnist. Remember, the writer, who was a vocal critic of the ruling royal family, was brutally murdered in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul last year. A CIA assessment reportedly pointed the finger of blame at the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, something the Saudis have consistently denied, trying to portray it instead as a mission to persuade the writer to return home that went tragically wrong. Now, the semi-secret trials of those accused concluded that the murder was not premeditated, and 2 senior officials who were at the consulate at the time have been found not guilty and released.
Will this decision ease the widespread condemnation of Saudi Arabia?
Well, the Saudis and the Trump administration may hope that this is the end of the affair, but I think the verdict risks doing the entire opposite. Jamal Khashoggi's family and supporters are likely to regard this as a whitewash. 2 key individuals let off. The others found guilty only of manslaughter, even though there was a forensic expert on the team that killed Khashoggi who took a bone saw to the meeting, and not one of those sentenced has been named. Eva?
And panel for us there in London. Thank you. Now to rising tensions with North Korea, which has promised that the U.S. will get a, quote, Christmas gift depending on progress in nuclear talks. U.S. officials concerned that gift could be a missile launch are closely monitoring any indications of a provocative move. Since President Trump opened up nuclear negotiations with Kim Jong-un 18 months ago, North Korea has conducted short-range but no long-range missile tests. The Trump administration often pointing to that as a positive sign. Whit.
A sad milestone in Afghanistan. U.S. officials are reporting that an American service member has been killed in action there early this morning. The Taliban has claimed responsibility. The military is not sharing any details or a location of the incident. This death is the 20th U.S. combat death in Afghanistan in 2019, making it the deadliest year for U.S. troops in that country in the last 5 years.
All right, now to a travel warning. With a record number of Americans flying for the holidays this year, 3 major airports are warning of possible measles exposure. Alex Perez is at one of them, Chicago's O'Hare. Alex, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Tom. Officials here at O'Hare say they were notified of a passenger with a confirmed case of measles traveling here through the airport just last week. And now authorities at the big airports in Austin and Richmond, Virginia, are also alerting passengers. The risk of transmission is high, and officials are not only worried because of the many outbreaks around the world, but also because it's such a busy travel period right now. Tom?
So true, Alex. You know, this is very concerning. Can you tell us about some of the symptoms and what should people do if they're worried that they've been exposed?
Well, yeah, if you've been vaccinated, if you received both doses of the vaccine, you're protected against the virus. And even if you got just one dose, your risk is lower. But there are some things you can keep your eyes open for, officials say, like a fever, a cough, a runny nose, red eyes, and a rash with red dots. Tom?
All right, Alex, thanks so much for that. We appreciate it. Eva?
Well, now to that urgent manhunt after the brother of an NFL player and another man were fatally stabbed outside a Nashville bar. The killing rocking the NFL, and now police have ID'd one of 4 people wanted for questioning. Adrienne Bankert is joining us with that. Good morning to you, Adrienne.
Good morning, Eva. Good morning, everybody. Yes, a sad day for the whole team, their 2 families, and the 49ers mourning the loss of these 2 young men. The search continues for their killer. This morning, the San Francisco 49ers are rallying behind their backup quarterback, C.J. Beathard, after Beathard's brother and another young man were murdered. Nashville police say it was a fight that started over unwanted advances towards a woman outside of a Nashville bar. 22-year-old Clayton Beathard and 21-year-old Paul Trapini were stabbed, then transported to Vanderbilt University Medical Center, where they later died. The 49ers won a thrilling last-minute victory over the L.A. Rams, but it wasn't until after the game that coach Kyle Shanahan told the team that C.J. had given him a message to relay to his teammates.
He barely could talk, and the last thing he said to me when I walked out the door, he stopped me and just goes, hey, you make sure the guy's going to win this game. This game doesn't mean anything compared to his brother. We all know that. All right, but you guys also know CJ.
4 people are now wanted for questioning, including a 23-year-old, who detectives identified overnight as someone present in this surveillance video, with hopes that witnesses will come forward. The Beathard family released a statement to the Tennessean newspaper about their son Clayton, saying nobody's light shined like his when he smiled. And the 49ers said in a statement that C.J. has taken leave to be home with his family as they grieve. For some members of the team, it was like their own little brother died. 49ers tight end George Kittle has known the Beathard family for about 8 years. He played with C.J. in college at the University of Iowa, and he says that even though it was one of the most terrible days of his career, he was glad they could win it for the Beathard family.
An emotional game for the team this weekend.
Absolutely.
All right, Adrienne, thank you. We want to turn now to that shocking murder case that has shaken New York City. Friends and family holding a memorial service this weekend for murdered college student Tessa Majors as police hunt for a 14-year-old boy in connection with the case. Trevor Alt joins us with the very latest on that story. Trevor, good morning.
Whit, good morning. This is a horrifying case that's really only made more disturbing by the fact that police say teenagers are likely responsible. And they're not taking a rare step here. They're releasing a photo of one of those underage teens who they believe is connected with the case.
This morning, the urgent search for this 14-year-old wanted in connection with the heinous killing of Barnard College freshman Tessa Majors.
It's all hands on deck.
The NYPD asking for the public's help tracking him down, his name not released because he's a minor. This comes after more than 1,000 friends and family gathered for an emotional farewell to the 18-year-old in her hometown of Charlottesville, Virginia. In New York City, investigators still searching for answers, combing through surveillance video more than a week after the fatal stabbing.
We had our auxiliary police officers from those adjoining precincts redeployed as well around the clock to ensure that the people in that neighborhood, and certainly throughout the city in various parks, continue to feel safe.
Another juvenile, 13 years old, also in custody facing multiple felony charges, apparently implicating himself and 2 other teens from his middle school in the robbery and brutal murder.
It should disturb any New Yorker when we have a child involved in something this serious.
The perimeter of the park, just 1 block from Major's school-turned-crime scene, now swarmed by additional officers and campus security.
Police have already questioned a different 14-year-old in this case, but they say he didn't give any statements and he was released without being charged. And through all of this, the NYPD has been adamant when they're interrogating these teenagers, they have their guardian or an attorney or both of them present during the questioning.
Such an upsetting case. Trevor, thank you.
All right, now to the space race and the perfect ending to a failed mission for Boeing's new spacecraft, the Starliner, sticking the landing in the New Mexico desert after a trip to the International Space Station had to be called off. But you can see it right there, perfect landing, not too bad.
Well, now to the Christmas crunch, just 2 shopping days left. And less than that, if you are shipping the gifts. Gio Benitez joins us with some deals and some advice on that whole shipping situation. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Eva, good morning. Yeah, admittedly, you're cutting it a little too close, but it's not too late just yet. You still have some options out there for that last-minute shopping. Let's show you what some of those options are right now, because some stores like Kohl's, they're actually staying open for 24 hours until 6 p.m. tomorrow, Christmas Eve. So just make sure you're checking those store times. And there are still some really good deals out there. Google Home devices are nearly 50% off at Walmart. Over on Amazon, Echo devices are up to 50% off. Kindles, 23% off. Now, shipping, it's going to be a little tricky. This is the last day to get next day delivery by tomorrow. But a number of large retailers like Target and Amazon Prime, they're offering same day delivery through tomorrow. Now, you might also be able to get free 2-hour delivery in some cities through retailers like Apple. Amazon also has a separate same day service called Prime Now. You need a separate app that you need to download for that. But remember, gift cards are always great. You can get those digitally anytime. Guys, back to you.
All right, Gio, hopefully you picked up a couple for us. And we are following a lot of other stories this morning, including, though, the tragic end to that missing mom mystery in Texas. The woman found dead. Her close friend is now in custody. So many questions in this case, the very latest in the investigation.
And that hero police officer who saved a group of school kids from a runaway SUV, he tells us how he did it. That's coming up. But first, back to Rob. There's a Christmas thaw on the way.
There is, at least for now, there is. And that thaw has created some problems. We saw the ice and the fog. When you get that warm air coming over icy, snowy conditions, you do get fog. But you also get some ice that's flowing over waterfalls like this spot in Leroy, New York, just outside of Rochester, very close to the Finger Lakes. So it's a beautiful area. And you get those kind of landscapes this time of year. All right, this is kind of weird. I hear there's a new lens that the GoPro has out that's basically 360. So what you're seeing here is a skier going down with a 360 lens. You're seeing kind of this fisheye global view. Snowshoe, West Virginia, where they do have some artificial snow to help you get through the holidays, because temperatures will be 40s, 50s, and 60s. Very mild here through the central U.S. Chicago, high temperature on Christmas Day about 50 degrees. That will make it warmer than this past Thanksgiving and Halloween. It's spooky. Time now for your Select Cities, brought to you by Walmart.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hey! How's my little princess?
Dad, I'm not a princess anymore. I want to be a movie director.
Oh, that's great. You want to go get a snack?
Okay.
Traveling locally, our weather is going to be quiet today and all week long. The only storm system for the eastern half of the country, this one, it's going to hang out down across areas around Florida, around the Carolinas, before finally pushing off the coast early tomorrow. Around here, we're partly sunny today, the high 52. Your day tomorrow, Christmas Eve, up to 50 degrees, feeling more like fall versus winter. Next big weather maker doesn't make its way into our area until the second half of the weekend. High temperature on Sunday getting up to 57.
gifts left. 24 hours left.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Time magazine declared Togo the most heroic animal of all time. Now witness his incredible true story.
All right, Togo, time to find out who we are.
Only one man and